In a recent opinion article by Robert Kaiser-Schatzlein, Schatzlein brought attention to the tax loophole that allows for generational wealth transfer to happen without incurring taxes. This loophole, known as a stepped-up basis, allows a deceased parent to leave millions in portfolio wealth to their child. The heir is only taxed on the gains made while they held the investment. So how does it work? Say Anne buys $100 of stock. 10 years later, it is now worth $500. In the first scenario, she gifts it to you and you sell it. You made $400 of capital gains and you get taxed for it. In the second scenario, she left you the stock in her will. You go to sell it for $500 and you make $0 of capital gains according to the stepped-up bias. You don't get taxed on anything and the full $500 goes to your wallet. Biden has been wanting to remove this loophole and collect taxes on gains over $1 million. His plan was to reassign the taxes to provide 2 free years of community college in the states. However, the political power of business people has led to the removal of the initial reform by the House Ways and Means Commons. I agree, investing is a great source of passive income, and it feeds back into the economy. However, being able to pass down the investment to an heir and only have them be taxed on how much the investment grew while their heir was holding it is completely imbalanced. The investment growth that occurred while the buyer held it before dying should be taxed. Without taxing all the investment growth, millions, if not more dollars worth of taxes are going unpaid in the United States. The money that should be going to support the middle-class Americans through education, healthcare, and so on is being placed in the pockets of the heirs. Now, tax money plays an important role in the American economy. It feeds education and causes an educated population who work better jobs and make more money. They get taxed more, and the cycle continues. Right now, there is the issue of the growing income inequality gap between the rich, the poor, and the middle class. The income inequality gap was improving and becoming smaller until the 70s, when technological advancement and globalization drove Americans to outsource, causing the gap to increase. This graph only tracks until 2007, but the upward trend has been continuing even today. Income inequality is bad for the American economy. It decreases spending, causing job loss, which results in tax revenue and therefore a less educated country. And guess what is proportionally related to the income inequality gap? Tax payments from the rich. The income inequality gap is negatively proportional to the top marginal tax rates. As you can see, the gap began to close in the 30s, where there was a spike in the tax rate of the rich. Similarly, as the income inequality gap got larger, the wealthy got taxed less. Now, on the other side, the trickle-down principle says that by cutting taxes of the rich, the benefits trickle down to everyday people. But looking at history, we saw that instead of trickling down, the rich just got richer. Another major issue that Schatzlein did not elaborate on is the political power that wealthy business people can buy. The stepped-up basis has been in and out of the reform since 1969. It has been over 50 years and nothing has been done about it. With Republicans and lobbyists teaming with wealthy individuals, it is likely that nothing will happen. Biden needs to tackle this issue since political power is being taken away from society when big players make donations. The stepped-up basis loophole affects the growth of income inequality. In my opinion, eliminating the stepped-up basis loophole will result in more tax revenues and lead to a better economy. Joe Biden must fix this loophole as he originally planned. He needs to investigate the lobbying that is happening and cannot be deterred through donations from the rich, who are buying political power. He needs to put an end to the stepped-up basis for the future of America.